works behind the counter, does a very good job. Good bowler. I know the last time she was on, she had 82, and she redeemed herself with a fine 116. Very likable person. And she's got a lot of followers here tonight, and she throws her ball from right to left, and her accuracy's pretty good, though.
Well, I know Carol's up for this match, Jack. I've seen her practicing here the last couple of days. And I'm sure she's up for it tonight. I don't think we'll see an 82 out of her tonight like we did in the last time she bowled.
That's a good 10 there.
Good 10 there. Good warm-up for Carol McKenzie.
And her opponent, what can we say enough about Judy LeBlanc? I know that she, the last time on, she went out with a couple of spears, good counts on them, and I think we had Barry Sauer keeping score for us in, and he's back there again tonight. So I don't know if this is what you call Jimmy the Greek.
I think we'll have to keep an eye on Barry's scorekeeping there, Jack. We just might be a little prejudiced.
Well, we got Timmy McDonald doing the score sheet tonight for Carol, so anyway, we'll go with Timmy's score. But Judy bowled very, very well. She had like you mentioned in the opening show, 107 and a 112. And she's not that nervous tonight, so normally I bowl my best when I'm nervous, so hopefully she'll get a little nervous and give Carol a good go here. If anybody's an underdog between the two women, I would say it is Judy for the lack of experience.
Well, Jack, like you say, both girls are up for the match tonight. They're both of them are confident and relaxed and fully prepared. So.
Well, here's a hard thrower, Rick Martin, and Rick won his last time on with a 236 total. Very, very hard thrower. He's got to get on that front pin, Al, and when he's on there, like you witnessed right there, he can blow the pins out in a hurry. Rick has a problem. It's probably his accuracy. Very smooth bowler, straight down, hits something on every ball. Rick
Martin. Like you say, Jack, he lets that ball biff, doesn't he?
And he's not that big. Now, here's a fellow that I like, Randy Young. The last time he was on, he bowled a 121 and a 115. First time on TV, I believe, he bowled with no fair. I was really impressed with him, and watching him warm up, he's got what we call a reverse ball, Al. He throws it with his right hand, but it breaks off to his right. Sort of in the 1 and 2, 1 and 3 pocket. I can't say too much about Randy other than he gets the job done.
Okay, Jack, just a question for you. When you say he throws the ball with his right hand and it breaks off to the right, just for the viewers, what do you mean by that?
Well, anytime you're a right-handed bowler, you should throw it from the right into the left, but he throws what we call a reverse ball, and it comes back over to the right.
Sure.
Okay, Al, well, here we go. We're going to get into the action, and we've got Carol McKenzie on the left and Judy LeBlanc on the right, which will throw the first ball. Looks like a good one.
Well, Judy punched out there. Let's see what Carol does here.
Well, Judy's got a tough shot here, Al, but it's makeable. She's got the 3 pins on the right and 2 on the left, and that looks like a pretty good shot. Ooh, that was a good shot.
Okay, back to Carol McKenzie's shot here, Jack. Here's Judy LeBlanc's third ball in the first box.
Well, Al,
good 10.
There's what you call an excellent 10.
That's excellent pinning, Jack.
Excellent pinning. Anytime you got 3 pins on one side and 2 on the other and come up with a 10, Carol picked up an 8, which should have had a safe 9 there in that first box. So we're going to try something new tonight, Al. We're going to go right through before having a break and sort of analyze the first string.
That's right, Jack. That's as opposed to going to the scoreboard after each 4 boxes. And I think we announced that to the bowlers tonight in the competition. They seem to like that idea.
That's right. The less stoppages you have, the better they like it. It keeps their concentration. Good shot by Carol. Little full.
Well, both girls now throwing the third ball in this second box. So no mark yet, Jack.
It's a bad 8 there for Judy.
Carol picks up 1 there. After 2 boxes in the first string, we have Carol McKenzie at 17, Judy LeBlanc at 18. Now we have the gentleman up again. Randy Young's lane 10 on your right, and he's throwing now. Rick Martin, lane on your left. Look at that.
Well, I think that was a case of Coke in a hurry,
I
Al.
think so, Jack. The case of Coke didn't last long tonight.
No, sir. I don't know which pin fell last year, but I wish we had a replay machine because those pins went down in a hurry.
Did they ever? It's funny, Jack, that case of Coke some weeks it goes to almost the end of the match, and sometimes it doesn't even go.
That's right. Yeah. But I'll still say this match is going to be very close here. Rick Martin and Randy Young. Like I say here again, I'm very impressed with Randy Young. I know Rick. I've seen Rick bowl over the years, but...
Here's Randy Young now.
A little off to the side on the 2-pin.
Here comes Rick Martin on the strike. Picks up 6 on the first ball.
Oh, good shot. He could get this, Al. This wood rolls back. Not going hard enough.
No. Here's Rick Martin picking up 7 on that strike. Randy Young's third ball. Picks up 10.
Even got the ball working for him down there.
Well, after 2 boxes, we have Rick Martin at 26, Randy Young at 19, 7 pins. It's Carol McKenzie now. Carol is trailing by 1 pin after 2 boxes.
This ball got away from there, Al, so over to the left.
Judy LeBlanc shot, Jack. She's got a good spare chance.
Yes, she has. Good shot here by Carol. Good shot. Fell the wrong way, Al. Something like Bruce's luck.
Let's watch Judy LeBlanc's second ball.
Great shot.
A spare for Judy LeBlanc and a 10 for Carol McKenzie. These girls are all business tonight, Jack.
Well, this is they want to get through this round, and this is our last week for round 2, and the next round is very important because that's going to be the wild card, which will put you into the money round.
That's right. Rothmans want us to give away that money, don't they?
They sure do. Good ball by Judy.
So Judy picks up 6 on her spare. Here's Carol McKenzie's second ball. Now Judy LeBlanc's second ball. And an 8 box for Carol McKenzie.
Carol looks like she's babying her ball up there. She's not throwing it with very much force. There's a bad 8 there for Judy.
Well, Jack, I noticed both girls are laughing after that. I don't know if they're pleased or what. They're happy. Let's see what Rick Martin can do here. Here's Randy Young.
Randy's been on that 2-pin now, I think, the first 3 boxes, Bruce. I think both boys are fairly hard throwers. They both got to get in that pocket. There's an 8 for Rick Martin. Good 10 here for Randy. He hits a red band. He should get it, Bruce. Or Al, I'm sorry. He's going to get it the hard way.
Got it? Yeah, he's got it.
Super 10. You seen it first on TV. Hit the outside of 10 and went over and took the 7-pin. Al, that's a trick shot.
It's the most difficult shot there is, Jack. Isn't it or not?
Well, I'd have to agree with you.
It is for me, I know that. Actually, I find them all difficult.
Good shot by Rick Martin.
See, in the audience tonight, Jack, we've got Sid Jenkins here, one of Dartmouth's senior citizens.
And
An ardent bowler.
Still a tough bowler.
79 years old and bowling with an average of about 110 or so. Or at least that's what he tells me.
I believe him. I believe him.
Well, after 4 boxes, Rick Martin 44, Randy Young 38. 6 pins in favor of Rick Martin over Randy Young. Back to the girls. Here is Judy LeBlanc. She's 42 after 4. 7 pins ahead of Carol McKenzie.
It's a good shot by Judy. Oh, right on the button. Another good 10 there for Judy. 9 for Carol. Carol's got to get a little zip on her ball, I think.
She's got to do something, Jack. She was down 7 pins, and she lost one there, so she's down 8 pins after 5 boxes in this first string. And like you say, she's got to get something going.
Some good action here
Yep.
for Judy.
Here's Carol McKenzie's spot. Oh, look at that. There she goes.
Judy's got a good shot here, Al, I should say, but, oh, she threw it wide.
Yeah.
What Carol's got to do here, she's got to play this on the left, or on the right, I should say. That might do it.
Oh,
She's going to get it.
Oh, just touched it.
It's a good try. She just caught the nose of the wood. It was a tough shot. It looked fairly easy on TV, but she had to throw a perfect ball. There's
Another 10 for Judy.
I think Judy knew in the back of her mind that was a good spear chance here.
Yeah. And a 10 for Carol. After 6 boxes in this first string, Carol McKenzie's 54, Judy LeBlanc 62. Now we'll see what Randy Young can do. He's leading. I'm sorry, he's trailing 6 pins. We got a Rick Martin shot there, Jack.
Lots of action. Rick anywhere's in the woodpile here. Al should have a spare.
Well, Rick was ahead 6 pins, Jack, after 4 boxes, and he's got a great chance here to pull ahead. He's building up quite a commanding little lead at this point, Jack.
That was a bad 7 there for Randy. Anytime you get 3 pins together, Al, you should get two or 3 of them. Two on a spare. The shot that Randy, we're looking at right now in alley 10, Al, it's not that easy. It's... Well, he made it look
that's
easy.
Good. He needed that, Jack.
Yes, he did.
He's getting a bit of a break here. Rick Martin's having a tough time with this box.
Well, he came out with a gain. 2 on a spare, 9 in the box is 21.
10 pins in the difference right now. Rick Martin over Randy Young. Here are the girls. Here's Carol McKenzie. She's trailing by 8 pins.
Good action off of the side of number 3. Oh, she's got a little wide.
Carol McKenzie's second ball.
Yeah, she tried to use a little body English on that.
Yeah,
Al,
even
to
that
bring
didn't help. she goes. Oh, a 9 for Carol McKenzie. Judy LeBlanc has to get a 10 here, Jack.
Well, if she keeps it on the alley, Al, she should get 10. Now, looks like 9. Little far out in the wood.
McKenzie 63, Judy LeBlanc 71. 8 pins. Judy LeBlanc over Carol McKenzie. Here's Carol McKenzie now, the 8th box. She didn't like that shot, Jack.
No, she's got to make a little adjustment. Good hit there by Judy. Deserves a lot better.
She deserved better than that, didn't she?
She sure did. Now, this is the type of shot that Judy's trying to figure out how to spear up, Bruce, or Al, I should say, and there's no way in the world she can spear this up. What she got to do is play for 9.
How about 8?
Well, she wasted a ball there, but it's the type of shot that's very difficult. And, you know, pinning's the name of the game.
Well, a 7 for Carol McKenzie, and let's see what Judy LeBlanc ends up with. An 8.
Well, here we are, Al. We're back to the live action, and Rick Martin on alley 10 and Randy Young on alley 9. 10 pins separating them, and Randy's got a bonus ball.
Picks up 4 on that one, Jack.
Randy's going to pick up 8 on that.
I'm sorry. Two pins is the difference.
Good try there by Randy. 9 for Rick Martin.
$10 for Randy Young. 1 pin.
Boy's got a close one, Al.
Is that a close game, Jack?
I'd say that's very, very close. It's almost like when you and I ball.
Look at that. The second strike in this first string for Rick Martin.
Yeah, when Rick is in that pocket, that's just the way they go. The pins really go out of there, and he's got a very, very good strike ball, and he's witnessed that already this first string with 2 strikes and 8 boxes. Bad miss here by Randy. An 8 bounce from Randy.
Let's see what happens with the girls, how they finish up this first string, Jack. We've got Judy LeBlanc, she'll be off first. She's 79 after 8. Carol McKenzie is 70.
Well, I know Judy loves to get a mark here and increase her lead, and Carol, on the other hand, would like to get a mark to cut the lead down.
Carol might have a chance here. Judy had a bit of bad luck there. I guess Carol had a bit of bad luck too, Jack.
Both girls have tough spears down there. $5 for Judy.
That hurt. Oh, look at that.
And a 6 for Carol. Carol had a good opportunity to pick up about 3 pins here, Bruce. She had those 2, the 4 and 7 standing there with wood right across it, missed it completely. Only picked up 1 pin.
Well, it's funny, Carol McKenzie, Jack, she has an average of 105. In the first round of this competition, she only bowled an 82 for TV. And she's been, I think that's been driving her crazy ever since. And the way she's clipping along tonight, she might not be much better than another 82. But she thought we were very kind to her last time. We didn't give her a hard time about her 82, so I guess we'll have to be nice to her tonight, too, right?
Okay. Good out there by Judy. Carol's.
Carol had 76, and she's got 7, so she's at She's 83 now, so at least she beat her 82 the last time.
Here's a 9 for Judy LeBlanc.
Oh my soul, Jack, look.
7 for Carol.
83 for Carol McKenzie.
She just made the comment walking off the alley. She said, well, I beat my last score the last time I was on. So she's in good humor.
83 for Carol McKenzie, Judy LeBlanc, 93. Well, neither girls can be very pleased with that, Jack.
Not what Randy wanted to do at this particular time was punch with the middle. Rick is leading by 3, and he's working on a big 2 bonus balls on a big strike.
Great chance here for Rick Martin.
Ooh, that was a quiet ball there, Al. He scores.
That sort of hurt, Jack. There we have Rick Martin picks up 7 on his strike, Jack.
Randy comes back with a 7 box. 9 for Rick Martin.
So after 9 boxes in this first string, Rick Martin 100, and Randy Young 88. Here's Randy Young now.
Big spare for Randy Young here, Al. He's got the 4-7-8. Great shot. I don't know what to think of this one that Rick's got over there on the left-hand side, Al. He's got good wood in there, but...
Could be trouble, though, Jack, couldn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. He knocked... That pin was over, Al.
That one had a little crazy glue on it, Jack.
I think so. It's hard to believe that... you hit that wood that hard and leave the 4-pin. It looked like from this angle it was a top shot. I thought he'd leave the 7-pin, but it turned out he left the 4-pin. So there's a great chance for Randy Young. He's down by 12, and he's got 1 bonus ball working for him here in the 10th. So if he gets 7 or 8 on this L, we're going to have a very close match with the
That's
men.
right. Beautiful.
And he's got a big 9. Maybe 10.
Maybe 10?
He's going to wobble it.
Well, he certainly made that ball count, Jack.
Al, we completed the first string. The scores are not that high, but the match is very, very close. So what we're going to do is go to the scoreboard and hear from Al Peters after the first string.
Okay, Jack, like you say, looking at the scoreboard after this first string, the scores really aren't all that high. Looking at the girls first, we have Carol McKenzie score in the upper portion of her screen and Judy LeBlanc just below that. Carol McKenzie had an 8 and then a 9 and 10 and 8, and she sort of carried out the rest of the string with a bunch of 8s and 9s and 7s and even a 6 box. She ended up with an 83, which certainly does not please her. Carol wasn't lucky enough to have a mark at all, so she did end up with 83, and Judy LeBlanc ended up with 93. So at this stage, Carol McKenzie is down 10 pins after this first string. So it's still anybody's game there, Jack.
Well, while you were talking there, Al, just looking at Carol McKenzie's score there, she had an 83 without a mark. And she dropped 17 pins, which is no way Carol McKenzie should drop 17 pins in any string. I mean, she wouldn't drop that many probably bowling in 3 strings, Al. And she's throwing her, like her first ball doesn't seem to have the zip on it, and her second ball is going to the left quite a bit. And Judy's been on that front pin. She's had some real good-looking 10s up there. She finished here with a 5 box in the 9th, but I think Judy is quite pleased. She's thrown the better ball of the 2 of them, and she's made some good 10s. And like I say, she only has the 1 mark, but at 93, she'll take a 10-pin lead and go into the second string.
That's right, Jack. Moving down on the scoreboard, looking at the gentlemen involved, we've got Rick Martin and Randy Young. Rick Martin ended up with a 110 versus Young's 107. Martin probably didn't pin as well as he should have, Jack. He had a few opportunities there. He had two strikes in that first string rather, and a spare, versus Young only had the 2 spares. So when you look at the fact that Martin did have those 2 strikes, he had a few extra balls over Young, and he really didn't make that much of an opportunity out of it because he only ended up 3 pins ahead after the string, 110 to 107.
Well, good observation, Al. Anytime that Rick Martin's in the pocket, as we witnessed, he's got 2 strikes here on the scoreboard. He blows them out there very, very quickly. He has a spare there with 2 on it, but checking his pinning, he's only dropped 6 pins, but on a strike, you like to get the 9 or the spare on your strike. He's had 2 7s. He's had 2 on 1 mark there, so he got a total of 16 on his marks. He finished with a 110. On the other hand, you look at Randy Young, who's had good counts on his 2 spares. He's only had 2 spares. He's had 8 on one and 9 on the other, but he's dropped 10 pins. And like you were saying, there's the difference here is 4 pins between Rick Martin and Randy as far as dropping pins, but Rick Martin is leading by 3 pins. So this match is not over. It's very, very close. And as far as Carol McKenzie and Judy LeBlanc, that match is not over. But
that's for sure.
The pinning is going to have to improve.
Yeah. Well, let's look forward to the second string, Jack.
Okay, Al. Well, here we are, Al. We're back, and this is the start of the second string, and we got Carol McKenzie, who's going to be bowling on the right on LE10, and her opponent, Judy LeBlanc, who's leading Carol McKenzie by 10 pins, and this is the second string.
Well, Jack, the first time that Carol McKenzie was on, she only hit an 82 on the first string. This time she only hit an 83, but the last time she hit the 116 in that second string. So she really poured it on then, and the pressure's on her now. She's down 10 pins. She's got to turn it on right now.
Yes, she does. There was a good spare golden opportunity, which she just missed there with the 1-2-7.
She should have picked that one up, Jack.
Yes, she should have, Al. And every pin to her is so important now. She's missed that.
Yeah. Judy LeBlanc missed her second ball there, Jack, also. So. Both girls appeared very confident and relaxed and up for the competition before it started tonight, but you'd never know it from the way that they're bowling. They're bowling the way I do.
Well, one thing about the women, they'll give you some high scores, they'll give you some low scores, but neither one of them will be out of the match until it's the last couple of boxes.
That's for sure. There, Carol, there you go. Here's Judy LeBlanc's first ball, second ball.
Well, what Carolyn's got here on LE10, Al, she's got the 7 and 8, and she's going to have to hit that way up high on the nose. Now she's way low. She's not even giving her spare chances a chance, you know. I think what she's got to do is keep her composure and hang in there, because her first ball seems to be going in there and giving her some action. In the meantime, Judy's got a pin. That might have done it right there, Al. That was it.
Yes,
she knew
Jeff.
It was there. Now what Judy's got to do here is get one of these 2 pins. She can't afford to get 8s.
Well, Carol McKenzie picked up 3 over Judy LeBlanc there. That narrows Judy LeBlanc's lead to 7 pins after 12 boxes. Pretty close match, John.
Oh, it's going to be close. And this one here is going to be close, too, between Rick Martin and Randy Young.
Well, Jack, they're just about even right now.
Oh, great shot. That's what you call a TV shot there, Al. Another good shot. That's what you like to see. It's not a shot that's impossible to make, Al, but these 2 boys here are going to, I think, come down to the wire. Same with the women. We might even have a roll-off here, you think?
Well, I hope so, Jack. Now, these boys are bowling pretty well right now. I think they found their groove, haven't they?
Well, Rick is taking a little time here now on his mark, so there's his ball. That's the type of ball that he throws about every other box. That type of shot shouldn't be any problem for Rick. He hits on the nose, he should get it, Al. Good shooting.
I think Rick Martin must have brought along his own fan club today, Jack, did he?
Well, they all, another bad 7 there for Randy. That's what you don't want to do, Al, is, like we mentioned in the first string, you got to pick up a couple of pins when you get 3 together.
Well, Rick Martin increased his lead there, Jack. Another 12 pins over Randy Young.
And he still has a bonus ball working for him in the second.
That's right.
Good ball by Judy. Good hit.
Good hit.
Deserved them all.
Carol McKenzie's ball.
She's just a little weak on the front pin there. Carol's been a little more forward. She probably got herself a bit.
Here's Judy LeBlanc's
she
third
lost
chance.
it.
Oh,
She lost it.
did that ever hurt?
I have to give her 9 for that, Al.
That was very, very costly for Judy LeBlanc.
Yes, it's a big mark. Eight for Carol.
Carol still struggling along. 27 after 3 boxes in the second string.
Well, let's see if Judy can come back here after that 9-pin break, Al. She's got it in the pocket. Good hit. What Judy's got to play here. It's a real tough spear, Al, but she'll play the ones on the left. She hits the side of that wood. Could come out for her. And Carol's got a thicket fence down there, and anytime you're fighting the pins, this is usually what happens, Al. It comes back to haunt you.
Oh, Jack, these girls are both sort of having a struggle tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah. So 7 for Carol and 9 for Judy, and they're dead even after the first 4 boxes, Al.
Both 34, Jack. So the difference is still 10 pins, Judy LeBlanc over Carol McKenzie. It's Randy Young's first ball, and here's Rick Martin. Rick Martin is on a spare. Oh, made that count, Jack.
Could have been a double strike. Now he's got bad wood here. If he hits the side of this wood, I don't know if he's going to get it, Al. Watch and see.
Good hit.
Low enough to get it.
3 spares in a row for Rick Martin in this first 3
Any bonus
boxes.
money today, Al?
I don't know. How much do you want to throw in?
Oh, well, I was thinking maybe a couple 100,000, you know.
3 spares should be worth at least that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yes. He's got himself a break there. Another big 8 on that.
Well, Rick Martin is building up quite a commanding lead here, Jack.
Yes, he is.
He was ahead of Randy Young 3 pins after the first string, but he now has increased that lead to 33 pins after 3 boxes in his second string.
He's got to watch it here. He's got a sleeper in behind this front one. Oh, he got it. No problem. 4 in a row.
4 in a row. 4 spares in a row. Well, Randy Young is in a very difficult position now, Jack. He's in his second string. He's 36 after 4 boxes. Rick Martin is 66 and open. 33 pins plus an extra ball in favor of Rick Martin over Randy
Now
Young.
there's the best ball Carol threw all night. She had a little steam on that one, and she come over with she's got the diamond shot, which is a fairly easy shot. Judy's still in that pocket. Some good action there for Judy. He could get them all.
Ooh. Costly miss there for Carol McKenzie.
Yeah. What Judy's got to go do here, Al, she can see that pin, and I think if she goes right at the pin and uses the end of that wood for a guide, if she hits the end of that wood, she should get it. Let's see what happens there. Now, she's...
So you'd play the wood there, Jack, would you?
Well, I use the end of the wood for a guide. Her ball is... I think she's got it. Oh, a little too far out on the end of the wood, but...
Yeah, there's a 9 for Carol McKenzie. Difficult shot here for Judy, Jack, to pick this pin.
She got a 10. tell you, that's 2 9-pin breaks and 5 boxes for Judy now, and I think she's up a total of 10, 11 pins.
Carol McKenzie. Here's Carol McKenzie.
In that pocket again.
Well, Judy seems to be hitting them well, Jack, with that first ball, but she ends up with an awful mess every time.
Well, she's had a couple of 9-pin breaks. This is the type of shot that it's difficult, but if she plays it on the left over towards the 7-pin with the double wood, she could get some action here. Huh. How's that for action? Who said this game was easy?
Usually, Jack, when you call those shots, you run it with about 90% accuracy. But tonight, you're running at about 0, aren't you?
Well, somebody told me up Brightwood I was running 22%. Right now, the cameras are on Rick Martin and Alan Ken with 4 marks in a row.
And building up a very commanding lead, Jack.
Yes, he is. Oh, good action off the side. Now they get another big 8 out of that without even hitting the front one. Randy's on the front one and leaves the picket fence. Another good square chance here for Rick Martin. Looks good. Oh, right on the nose. He's over the 9.
Very good bowling. Rick Martin, 83 after 5 boxes.
Super 10 there for Randy. Randy's got to make a move now, Al. He's down 40 pins. He's got 5 boxes remaining. He's going to need some huge marks here.
Martin throwing an excellent ball, Jack.
He's in the pocket. Good action here by Randy. It's a tough shot, but what Rick could do here is play that front wood out in the end, and it's a very difficult shot. Now, the viewers didn't see that, Al, or Al, I should say, but the ball come back, and good shot by Randy. No luck. But the ball come back and took the 9 and 10 pin there on Rick's shot. Ball just bounced back and hit the plate and knocked the 2 pins over. I think that might have put the nail in Randy's coffin there, but that's a big spare there.
Well, I think so, Jack. There's a terrific lead difference now. There's about 50 pins in the difference, eh?
You're close. 40 pins plus a bonus ball. Carol's just a little fine on that front pin. Now she's just lifting that front pin over the balance of the pins that are behind, and that's why she's coming up with those bad splits. Shot by Judy. Look out.
Well, again, Jack, the girls are still struggling along here.
Well, Judy, she's smart. She'll play this. Well, she's going to go with a 9. Excellent 9 there for Judy.
Good 9 for Carol McKenzie. So, still 11 pins in the difference. Judy LeBlanc with a Carol McKenzie after 17 boxes.
Well, if Carol McKenzie gets a mark here, Al, and, you know, she might only need 1 mark to catch Judy. It's 11 pins, which indicates you need 2 marks, but the way the pinning is, anything can happen. Plus the 7 pin, and she's got a good wood hanging around down by the 7. A little wide. Carol must get this. Oh, she's wide. It's not her day, Al. Good 10 for Judy. Excellent 10. Carol.
So Judy picks up another pin there, gives her a 12-pin lead with only 2 boxes left, Jack. At this stage, Judy LeBlanc looks pretty comfortable, I would say.
Well, there's 2 boxes remaining there, and I know Barry Sauer keeping score here for us tonight, Al. Doing a heck of a fine job, and him and Judy are hand in hand. They're big 9 on that mark there by Rick Martin. That it's never over until it's over. In 12 pins, if Judy happens to get up and get a 7 box, and Carol gets a spare with 9 on it or what have you, we'll get a tie ball game.
Rick Martin is really making these spares count, Jack. He's got 5 spares already in the second string. He picked up 4 9s. Oh, he's got 6 spares.
No, he's got 5.
5, is it?
3 9s and a pair of 8s.
Really making those spares count.
Well, right now he's 42 over, Al. Anytime you have 5 marks, you're 42 over. That's a little better than.
He's got a good chance at the high single in this series, Jack, isn't he?
Well, no, that went the first round, Al.
No high single in the second round?
No. Bruce ran out of money.
Oh.
This is a bad break there for Randy. We'll blame it on Bruce. He's not here.
Might as well. Bruce is homesick with the flu. Jack, you've had the flu yourself for a week.
Yeah, on my second week. Can't seem to shake it, but however, it's I think 90% of the province is down with the flu. I think it'll be your turn next week.
You think?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't wish the flu on anybody. Well, here's the match coming up right here. Al, we've got Carol McKenzie on the right, and Judy LeBlanc on the left, and Judy LeBlanc, after 18 boxes, is leading Carol McKenzie by 12 pins. We all know that Carol's got to get a mark. She's bowled 18 boxes and hasn't had a mark. And that won't do it. It's not too often you're going to see Carol McKenzie bowl 18 boxes, Al, without a mark.
No, she won't sleep tonight, Jack.
Got to go for them all here. Six box. Judy gets 7 or 8 here. Carol's going to need a big double strike. Picked up 8. Another 2 pins, Al. So we got Judy LeBlanc leading Carol McKenzie after 19 boxes by 14 pins. So all Judy would like to get is around about a 5 box, and that's going to force Carol into a double strike. Now the match is over, Al. Your winner and the women for this week will be Judy LeBlanc. I would have to consider that an upset, I should say, Al.
Actually, Jack, too, you know, Judy is extremely lucky to be going on to the next round with the scoring that she achieved this evening.
Well, I sort of agree with you, and then I don't agree with you. You only bowl as good as you have to win. And, I mean, if it takes 79 to win, that's fine. If it takes 158 to win, that's fine, too. So,
well, I suppose there's some truth to that, isn't there?
Carol just didn't have it today, Al, for some reason. She bowled 2 full strings without a mark, and not too often you're going to see that. And I don't think Judy had much more. I think Judy might have had 1 mark, but she was a better pinner. She had control of her first ball. She was in the pocket a little more often than Carol, and beat her by 13 pins.
Well, Jack, I think we'll watch the last 2 boxes of them in, but I think it's pretty well a foregone conclusion as well, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. I mean, Rick got hot, and you mentioned there in the first 4 boxes he had 4 marks, and I think he had 5 out of 6 and all good down. It's just a matter of just see how high Rick is going to bowl.
That's right. He had 5 spares in the first 6 boxes, and he's 42 over right now after 8 boxes, and he has a 50-point lead over Randy Young.
He'd like to finish with 150. one that has been very consistent this second string, Al, and, you know, like we mentioned through the course of this first string, that if Rick gets in the pocket, he's going to be very, very dangerous, and I think it showed in this second string. Anytime you bowl 138, good string. Well, there we have it. This is the completion of our round 2, week 6, and we're going to have a draw in a few minutes, but right now we'll go to the scoreboard and have a look at this second and final string and bring that to you. Here's Al Peters.
Okay, Jack, as you say, we've just completed the second string, and we do have our winners. Judy LeBlanc tonight was successful in defeating Carol McKenzie. In the first string, Carol had an 83, followed by an 86, which gave her a 169. Judy LeBlanc had a 93 in her first string, an 89 in her second string, giving her a total of 182. So Judy LeBlanc over Carol McKenzie's 169, Judy LeBlanc 182, 13 pins for Judy LeBlanc over Carol McKenzie.
Well, like you say, Al, it was an exciting match. It was very close, but how often are you going to see Carol McKenzie bowl 20 bounces, not have her mark, and she just didn't have her second ball. And when she was in on the front pin, the ball was just not heavy enough to bust the pins up. So I know that Carol feels bad about it, but the good sport she is, she knows she didn't bowl good enough to beat Judy. And however, Judy, like you mentioned, didn't bowl all that good either. She had 182 for 2 strings. She had 1 spare, but I thought Judy was a better pinner tonight. But however, we'll see Judy LeBlanc in the next round.
Okay, let's move down the scoreboard, Jack, and look at the gentlemen. We have Rick Martin and Randy Young. Rick Martin was successful tonight in defeating Randy Young. Martin in his first string had a 110. Young had a 107, so Martin picked up 3 only on that first string, but in the second string he really broke loose. He had 5 spares over the first 6 boxes, and he completed that second string with a 138 over Randy Young's 95. That gave Rick Martin 110 plus the 138, total 248 to Randy Young's 202, 46 pins in the difference, Jack, after those 2 strings.
Well, if you look at the marks that Rick Martin had, I think he had a total of 8 marks. Randy had a total of 2, and you said the deficit was 46 pins in favor of Rick Martin. So anytime you get 138 thrown at you, Al, it's very, very tough to beat. But I was very impressed with Randy Young. The first time he was on, he bowled excellent, and I think he come on stronger at the end of that first string to close the gap, to get it down to 3 pins. But any time a guy starts the first 4 boxes, he's got 4 marks, a total of 34 over after 4, and you're 36. That's a lot of pins. So we'll say goodbye to Randy, and we'll see Rick and Judy on the next round. And in a few minutes, we'll talk to the bowlers. Well, Judy, you got to be very pleased. I know I was talking to you before we went on the air here, and you weren't very pleased with those scores, but...
Pleased at all. I bowled terrible.
Is that right? Well, anytime you bowl a 182 and you win, I know you'd like to be in the next round. You've been bowling well. The first time you were on, it was a bit of an upset, and I call this an upset, too, because Carol's got good experience, but I think overall, you got to be pleased.
Oh, I'm very pleased. I didn't bowl very good, though. I really didn't expect to win with those scores.
Is that right? Well, you know, sometimes you can bowl a 105 and lose.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, so to get into the next round with a 182, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. I know Carol, we look at the sheet here, she did not have a spare the first 2.
Right? No, I only had 1.
But it's good enough to win, and you shouldn't be so modest, because going into the next round, you're going to have to get a little tougher. Competition's going to be tougher, and I think that the ball that you threw today was very good. You had a couple of bad shots here, but I think you got the ability.
I hope so.
Okay, we'll see you next round, Judy.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Al?
Okay. Thanks, Jack. With me is Rick Martin, and Rick, our congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You certainly must be pleased with your score tonight. You picked up 3 pins over Randy Young after the first string, but in the second string you really came out smoking. You had 5 spares after 6 boxes, and came through with a 138 in the second string. You ended the match with a 248 to Randy Young's 202. You won by 46 pins. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good, Al. I said, for the last couple months I've been bowling like so-so, but the last 2 weeks I've been bowling like really good. And I was just hoping today I would do good on the lanes. I wasn't sure how good I was going to do. Like, I've been injured for the last year or so. But I mean, I'm starting to get back into the game.
How did you feel before the match tonight? Were you comfortable and confident or nervous, or how did you feel?
I wasn't that comfortable with myself. Like, I didn't know the guy. Everybody's saying he was going to beat me, but I wasn't sure, so I just said I'll wait till that day.
Have you been practicing much, Rick, in preparation for this event?
No, I didn't. I never bowled since Monday night.
Really? Yeah. So obviously you're very, very pleased, and you're all set for round number 3.
Yes, I am.
Well, Rick, our congratulations and best of luck in round number 3.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it.